from a single mother. I'm a woman of color, and so many things. And I wanted to show students that like I could do it, and I was fighting for it. I think it was more of a collective leadership and collective work with the group, not only me taking charge of it. And the reason it started was because my junior year, me and other students from the school district were having a lot of questions about how is the school district supporting undocumented students, because a lot of us were asking questions that they couldn't answer. Emotional support, there was no emotional way for students to feel a safe environment to come to school and be like, I feel vulnerable right now. And we said there was no like resources as of like pay internships. A lot of undocumented students need to work before. Like the idea that started and passing it was like it was 12 months a year. So one day on a Thursday, we met at Mission High School after talking to principals, to teachers, just adults that knew and were close to the community of undocumented students or mixed status students that came from mixed status families. And we got about 40 people in the meeting, mostly students from different backgrounds. We took it from meeting every 2 weeks on Thursday. First, it was more like get to know each other. What are your experiences? You know, like why are you here? Like, what does it matter? And also, like, who is this person asking me to be here? So it was about like relating one another. And then slowly became about like, okay, we had those experiences. If those experiences were to change, if you were to make that situation you had like better, how would it look like? So we started kind of putting together some list of demands. Also a previous list resolution that the school district had done. And after we kind of had something done, I went with a ally lawyer, and they helped us draft our list of demands into legal language. And we really asked them to be radical. We asked them to, if you need them to pay you whole tuition, ask them for that, because that's what you need. And that's what, if they're going to be saying they're social justice oriented, they're standing with undocumented students, then this is the time they have to show it. And different diverse group of students started meeting with Board of Education members, principals, teachers, students, presenting to classes and getting feedback. So it was involving the whole community. So we got a lot of feedback, good feedback, bad feedback, and we changed things around, and we were able to be more prepared by talking to the community. I think how to address politicians, the way we approached them was we asked them for a formal meeting, and kind of gave them like a background of what we were doing and what was important, but also keep them accountable to what they have said their whole careers are as school board members, and kind of say, like, you stand for these values. The school district have core values, and you live by them. You always bring them back any speech you say, so we're keeping you accountable. And realistically, if there's no students in this school, you don't got no job. And kind of like reminding them of these things, but also being kind and humble and being them like, we're students and we're learning, but you have to take us seriously. And I think that approach was really good. We had a lot of training with students before all of ourselves, kind of be like, you can be direct, you can ask and demand what you need, but we don't have to be disrespectful towards them because they're here to support us. And I believe that they want nothing but best for us. After that, we sent our draft and what we had, and we had a committee meeting. So kind of to describe how that looked like, it was like the boardroom meeting, and the front where the whole board members sitting down, and students only sitting in the front presenting to them and telling them a general idea of like what this resolution was and meant.
So it's been like 3-4 months since this started. It started in the classroom at Mission. Thank you, Ms. Nancy, for letting us borrow your room, with students sharing their experiences, telling what they want to see.
Are we going to work together to fight for every single student in this district to make sure that they all feel safe and that we're all on the same page so they can get an education that they deserve?
Yes!
This fight is going to start and be led by students, and I'm excited about that. Thank you.
This will be the most progressive, the most forward-thinking, the most, really, I would say, brave piece of policy around immigrant students in the country. And it was drafted by our students right here. It was drafted by the people.
But they gave us feedback about their concerns were mostly about money. How much money was it gonna cost to open these spaces for youth, available internships, scholarships, training for staff. We went back, we ran over the whole resolution on overtime many times. So like that, what that looked like was us looking at it, saying yes, saying no to the changes, and or mixing them together to kind of make both parties kind of like be in an okay situation, and sending them back our draft and meeting, not only sending them but meeting with them in person. So you had like a lot of like argument back and forth, and finally we were able in a way to meet. But the only thing that was still a concern when ICE came into campus or to the school district. So it was like a week, a month, days maybe before the resolution was gonna go to vote, and we still hadn't come to agreement on those. We were still pushing them and fighting for that point because it was so important for us. Because we've seen this before in San Francisco, we're still seeing it right now in other places. Students are not going to school because they don't feel safe. There was a lot of rumors about students being scared of taking buses because I was going to be waiting for them in there with their family. It was the board members, mostly Matt Haney, started asking questions around to supervisors, to people that are also involved in this. He actually showed us this suggestion that he had as co-sponsor that tweaked our language a little bit, but actually made it stronger. We agree with him about it because he still understood our point and was following it and not dismissing it. And he and the whole board member, the whole board of education and legal and other staff that had to be brought up to the table had a closed meeting, and they agreed on going with it.
Including not enforcing immigration laws, not assisting or cooperating with any investigation, detention or arrest procedures, not providing information or consenting to access to
Mr. Haney?
Yes.
Ms. Mendoza-McDonald?
Yes.
Dr. Rossi?
Aye.
Ms. Norton?
yes.
Mr. Sanchez?
Sí se puede.
Mr. Walton?
Yes.
That's a unanimous vote.
Students passed a resolution in San Francisco. We had a beautiful rally outside with people. We had food. We had students. We had Danza Azteca. And it was so funny because you have all these people outside the board meeting, which you usually do. Like in general, there's people in there, but never so community oriented and feeling. And so kind of when you go to a party with your family, your friends, it's kind of like kicking in the bag. And people were looking at us super funny, what are these people doing bringing Danza Azteca here, looking out the windows. But for us, it makes us feel more like this is us, this is where we belong. This place that is kind of like the school district office. It's us. This is we own this. This is part of our school. We should be welcome here, and we made it welcoming for us. So for me, it was this is who we are, and this is who we should continue to be. Not only talking about issues and talking about what affect us, how strong we are, but actually putting them on action, and getting those most affected involved. That's what I want students, to say wow, not look up to me, but better what I've done, and kind of even say, you got this brown girl who is from mixed status family, who is a first-gen single mother immigrant. And she was able to do that. I had to do it 10 times better than her.
There's gotta be some hope be some hope. There's gotta be some way for you to send your dogs away and to leave the land